Thank you very much. Just to put it in context, first of all, I'm with University College Dublin, the UCD School of Biosystems Engineering. Now, biosystems engineering is agricultural and food engineering by another name. That's to give you an idea. UCD is the largest university in Ireland. It has about 24,000 students, I think, there or thereabouts. It's about 50% bigger than Lancaster. And it's ranked about the same worldwide. So we're in or around similar, except just a little bit bigger. I want to briefly outline our research program in biomass to energy. It's funded by Science Foundation Ireland, which is a national body whose remit is to fund large and other strategic science or strategic projects in sciences and technologies in sort of core areas. This is the Charles Parsons Biomass to Energy program, and it addresses the complete energy spectrum in terms of bioenergy from the crops right through to the end user. And we're focusing on a few areas. We're midterm now. It's a 7-year program, and we're midterm, and now we're focusing specifically on algae, energy crops, and waste streams from the agri-food industry. We run this while it's within the School of Biosystems Engineering. Within that, there's a centre, the Bioresources Research Centre. There's about 80 personnel there, but they're not all working on energy. There's a complete spectrum of research projects dealing with aspects of the agri-food industry. There are 10 academic staff in the school, so it's a small school. 25 postdoctoral researchers, about 45 PhDs, and the Charles Parsons group comprises 2, if you like, core academics and about 10 members, mixture of postdocs and postgrads. 7-year program. We have an extensive network of international collaborators. You don't have to look at it all, but seeing as we're into these little diagrams, that'll give you an idea. It's very much linked into key players internationally. So a lot of our students, our researchers, would spend time overseas. We have a budget for that. We also have a budget for people to come to us on short-term placements. Now you might say, what on earth has that got to do with energy? Well, you could say directly nothing, but I put it up there specifically to highlight. Here's another as well. That's a retinal image from a sheep. Our group looks at various aspects of the agri-food industry, and some of the technologies are generic. So we're now looking, in terms of energy, at generic technologies that may be of use to us. For example, in relation to biomass production, crops, waste streams, etc. We had a presenter earlier on categorizing waste streams. There is a real problem to know what product is going to be delivered to your plant. And in that regard, we're looking at sensing technologies, from satellite imagery to know what crops are growing in the field, to sensors that may indicate parameters such as particle size distribution, moisture content, and so forth. And these are just examples of sensors used in the agri-food industry. So we have a core group on sensors, smart technologies, and that's an area that we have an interest in. This is just very briefly looking, as I said there, sensing technologies and to deliver to the end user through iPhone apps, for example. Algae, we have a group working on algae, small-scale pilot plant within the university, and we're looking at applications then with industry. Gasification is another area. Again, a student working in gasification. We've links to various universities throughout the world, Texas A&M in particular, in this regard. Looking at the biomass resource assessment, logistics, that's a major issue. If you're producing biomass on small farms or wherever, it's distributed throughout the country. It's difficult to coordinate its delivery. There are costs and logistical issues associated with transport. So, in terms of collaboration with SMEs, we have led several framework program projects. We've been partners in framework program projects, and we regularly need SMEs to enhance our opportunities for success. So that's something to leave it out there. If some of you have an interest in this, it would be interesting to have a sort of a data bank of potential SMEs who'd have an interest. We have an ongoing suite of projects with commercial potential, and we certainly would be interested in looking and exploring joint ventures or whatever type of collaboration that may be a benefit to us, may be a benefit to an SME. Within the university, there's what is termed Nova UCD. Effectively, this is the company incubation facility, and there are so-called spin-ins and spin-outs. Typically spin-out, where a company would originate within the university, and then it would develop perhaps a technology that would go out then into the marketplace. And we have one such company, BioE, which is looking, amongst other things, at biomass to energy and operates on a consultancy basis as well. We also have a company, Carbon Decisions, that is a spin-in. This is a company that was operating outside on its own, and because of links with us, it is now, as it were, spun into Nova. So those opportunities are potentially there for any of you who might have an interest in that regard. We also offer a taught master's. It's an MSc, this master's, is on the biomass to energy, focusing primarily sort of on the crops, the agri-food dimension of it, and the whole issue about food versus fuel and the logistics and environmental impact and smart systems to deliver these crops to the power plant. We also have a funding mechanism for placement of students, either coming to us or going to a company, and we've used this in the past, where we give a stipend perhaps for 3 months to the students. So that's another facility that might be of interest to SMEs. It's unlikely that anybody is looking for a job, but just to say that one of our senior research positions is being advertised, I think today or tomorrow. It's for senior research fellow, and it's in sensors, the smart systems, and three-year appointment, 34,000 per annum, and it starts early next year. We also have opportunities for masters and PhD students, primarily on the sensors and smart systems, but perhaps beyond that as well. Details can be got on our website, the UCD website, /biosystems. That's all I have to say. If any of you have any interest in any of those, it's just a quick overview of what we do. Certainly, if you have a chat with me, or if you want to either email me or look at our websites. Thank you very much.